Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, we're going to be having a little bit of fun with the buffed up version of Karnak. And this buff is actually a fair bit better than I expected it to be. So he's got like a brand new charge mechanic, which stacks up to a total of 3 times. So at 1 charge, you gain like additional crit chance. 2, you can actually land crits into block. And 3, you gain like instant burst bleeds on the opponent. But also, Karnak now has the ability to generate a Fury off his special 2 attack. And this actually, I believe, stacks up to a total of 5 times for some pretty crazy damage. And using the heavy attack, you can pause these Fury passives as well. But the trick is, what you want to do is you want to try and, like, counter heavy as the opponent's recovering from a special attack. Or going for a heavy attack, because then it doesn't consume a charge, but that only works, I believe, on like certain animations. So I think Wind Soldier isn't the absolute best one for this. But let's see if we can go for another combo here. Again, I'm just like trying to keep the uptime on like that initial Fury. Let's go for another combo, but the Fury like has a pretty good duration, so it's like quite easy to get like 2 or 3 of them. To be fair, I think we should have held on to that one for a little bit longer, because again, ideally we do want to stay at like 3 charges, so we get like this instant or 50% chance at getting a burst of instant bleed damage, which is really nice. But yeah, let's chuck this off, and you can see, man, the damage, it starts going up pretty damn quickly. So yeah, let's chuck off a heavy attack there. That was a good heavy, man. Let's go in for another combo. We get the 3 charges here. And if I'd heavy countered quickly there, it wouldn't have consumed 1 charge. But I think, like, in all honesty, 1 more combo straight into a special 2 should do the job here. So yeah. Also, you can see, because he has a, pretty heavy damage reduction from poison, that even using the Suicide Masteries, we managed to finish that fight 100%. So he's a character that does work quite well with the Suicide Masteries, but again, we do have the Medusa and Black Bolt synergies here, plus the Suicide Masteries, but he is like a little bit more of a ramp-up champion, because again, it takes like a while to get the bigger damage going, and some people are going to like that, some people aren't going to be the biggest fan. I think out of the 2 buffs this month, at least in my opinion, Nebula is by far the best one, but I think Karnak, you know, is a lot better in comparison to what he used to be. Because Karnak before was a bit of a noodle man, and this definitely, like, you know, gives his loop quite a lot of purpose and some really nice damage ramp up. Plus his ability to now land critical strikes into block, I think, is potentially, in the right scenario, quite a big one. Because you've got certain nodes like the Invade node and Paths in Act 7 and certain event quests where, yeah, that's just super valuable. And also he can, like, generate power hitting into block with his Awakened ability. So yeah, that's pretty nice time. Right, let's see if I can chain on a heavy here. That was a bit of a cheeky play. Okay, we're actually doing quite well on this one, man. Okay, I think we're just going to go for this. Just want to get the pause there. And these fatigue buffs also, I believe, reduce block proficiency on the opponent. So that combined with crits on the block is actually really good. But look at this damage, man. This is feeling really nice. Again, he does take a while to get there, but this is like so much better than he previously was. Right, let's go for this. I'm just gonna like, oh gosh, how did she like perfect block me then, dude? That's well annoying. I thought that was we were just gonna be cruising there. But yeah, like when you get into that zone where he's like above 3 Furies, feels really good. But again, it does take like a little while to get there. But certainly, this opens up Karnak's potential a lot more than anything that he had previously, which is incredibly nice, because this character, again, has always been a bit of a dud. And I think he's still, to a certain extent, will lag behind a bit, just because there are so many, like, stupid broken champions. But Karnak is now one of those characters that if you want to use him, have a little bit of fun with this man, you know, he's got the source in the right scenario. Right, let's chuck this off. Go for a another combo. Is this man gonna throw a special? I was delaying for that reason. I thought there's a pretty good chance, like, whenever you, like, start your rotation on a character, Juggernaut always decides, like, hey, I'm gonna dump all my special attacks and just go unstoppable for, like, ages. So we got him, we caught him out there, man. Got him that time. And again, here you can see hitting into Juggernaut's block, if you're paying attention, we actually gain additional power, and you gain like slightly more power hitting into the block than you do actually hitting into the character directly. But that depends on your signature level. Right, nice. He also does have that ability via the special 3 to heavily reduce ability accuracy. But again, that's utility that comes at the cost of a substantial amount of damage. I was trying to be a bit cheeky there with the heavy attack, and it really did not pay off. Again, if you've got a scenario like Juggernaut, you know, he is like to a certain extent a tempo champion, where if the pace of the match is getting ruined, then it's also going to ruin his rotation as well. So you can see Juggernaut is the enemy of a lot of characters on a new showcase. But one good thing about Karnak is he really doesn't rely on he's got such high base damage and such a good ability to bypass base physical resistance as well. He's not really reliant on debuffs. He actually, via his like 3-stack thing, does have burst of additional bleed. But like even without that, the base damage is pretty good. But also he will rely on critical strikes as well. So any scenario I would imagine that has very high crit resistance, I don't think he has a way of lowering that, but I may be incorrect on that one. But next up, we got the Rhino matchup, so this one should be pretty damn spicy. Let's see what we can do here. And then after this, I think we'll go into a slightly different mode of gameplay, just to play around with Karnak somewhere else. But I think he is our champion. One thing I'm not really in the habit of is like hitting into the block, but I think you want to hit into the block as much as possible, because again, it's really good for the power gain if we have a look at this. Awesome. I think we're just going to rally out like another combo here. It's one of those things, you've got to be like very on the ball with the heavy counters if you want to get the most out of Karnak. And if you can do that, there's just like some crazy additional damage on the table. It's just saying I instinctively go for the dodge a bit too quickly. There we go. Okay, that was too many heavy attacks there, man. But yeah, I guess like once we got the Fury, we really just want to go for those direct hits in all fairness. Unless there's something to like massively boost up the additional damage. But look at this, man. These crits are very, very nice. I'll just turn into Rhino here. We go for another combo. Oh, so close. Okay, nice little dodge there. Rhino straight in the bin. So overall, I think with Suicide Masteries and Synergies, all of those fights were like pretty good. It wasn't anything absolutely like, beyond God tier game breaking, but still like a very solid improvement in comparison to his previous version. Now, we're just going to try a few fights in Act 6, kind of removing the Medusa and Black Bolt synergy. So I'm going to keep in Nick Fury and Quake just for my like evasion charges. So I could be a little bit more cheeky. But yeah, I just want to see how he feels like without the full Inhuman team synergy, because that's still giving him like 25% attack, so he's got like a little bit less attack now. And also the new Medusa or upgraded synergy, reduces the opponent's ability accuracy by 30% when striking their block. So in certain scenarios, again, that's very good with the guaranteed crits into the block. But let's drill in here. The base damage at the start is definitely, still very underwhelming. I mean, it wasn't like that impressive in all fairness, even with the Medusa and Black Bolt synergy. I'm just curious to see like how long he kind of takes to get going without those synergies. Right, can we quickly go in? Fantastic. Like, as soon as you get one Fury, man, starts feeling pretty decent. And then we got the second one here now. Got 3 charges off this. Yeah, like, even without those synergies, man, he's still hitting quite hard for 2 Fury stacks. I think it's because, like, there's so much attack from those Furies off the special too, that it actually really doesn't matter if he has the, what is it, Inhuman synergies or not? Because, like, that's only a small bonus, or, well, it's a fairly substantial bonus on his base attack, but where he's getting, like, so much attack from every special 2 passive, like, it doesn't matter as much as you might think, I believe. And here, we do have the class advantage. Yeah, he still takes, like, a couple of special 2s before this man gets going. This fight should be good. At least I hope so, just because we have the class advantage here. So I'm hoping to see some slightly exciting numbers. Come on, mate. Yeah, it's like that combo of like Fury plus the instant bleeds is just magical. And also because the Fury's got like such a nice duration as well. In fights like this one, you don't necessarily need to even bother with the heavy attacks if they don't like naturally fit in. You can see, you know, we still got plenty of duration, not using any heavy attacks off these 2. But ideally, you know, if you get a good opportunity to like heavy counter or like punish a special attack with a heavy attack, you know, if you want to become like a sweaty tryhard Karnak player, you really do need to take advantage of that. But the fact that he's actually like really good without, what is it, Medusa and Black Ball is actually, it's making me like this champion even more. Just because he works like so well with the Suicide Masteries. Got like a massive poison reduction, and any debuffs on him have, I think it's like 60% less duration as well. Might just be non-damaging ones. That's really handy for a lot of stuff. I want to try and push Joe Fix it if I can. Special 2. Nice, we got it. Fantastic. Let's go for a cheeky little backdraft here. If I need a stun. A stun at the end of that heavy attack. I don't know why I was thinking that. But I was like, oh, that'd be good. Or if you could, like, chain it on. Oh, no, I'm about to get washed here. It's alright. We're chilling, man. We're chilling. Oh, that was a bit cheeky there. Right, a bit of a dodgy ending against Joe Fixit in that matchup, but he's still actually doing really, really nicely. I think if I was curating a large and complicated Google spreadsheet, I think it's like it's so hard because there have been so many champions this year that have like either been released or been buffed that, you know, you play them and they're so much better than they previously were. I think if I was doing a spreadsheet, man, he'd probably fall between, like, high demi and god tier. I don't know where I'd place him to start off, though. But let me know your thoughts on this theoretical spreadsheet. If it ever did exist again, where would Karnak belong on this spreadsheet? Let me know in the comment section below. Oh, okay. That was weird. It's like one hit connected, and then I'm not too sure what happened after that. It's like Kang interrupted me. Taking a bit more block damage and a few hits here and there. I feel like my phone's lagging a little bit, man. It's incredibly odd. Well, probably not too odd for Marvel Contest of Champions, eh? Let's be honest. All sorts of incredible features in this game, but there we go. hanging straight in the bin. So yeah, I must admit, out of the two buffs this month, I do prefer the Nebula buff personally, just because the Nebula buff is ridiculous, man. It's really, really enjoyable. But Karnak now, I think he's definitely going to have his uses in a lot of different scenarios, and I think without Suicides, maybe not going to be as popular, but he synergizes really, really well with the Suicide Masteries. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and if you did enjoy today's Karnak gameplay video, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.